We're on our way to Shields Date Farms, which is a very popular roadside stop. But before we went there, we decided to stop by where the whole date craze started. What remains of the Valerie Jean Date Shop, which was a very popular roadside stop on Highway 99 from the 1920s all the way into the late 1980s. And this is it right behind me, so let's take a look at it. And here's the old building with a palm tree growing through the roof. And you can see this palm tree in a lot of the old photos, but it is a lot taller now than it used to be. Now, this building was declared a California historic landmark, and I think that's probably why it's still here, but it is in some serious disrepair. When the building was originally built, they used railroad ties and telephone poles that were left over from the disaster that caused the nearby Salton Sea. The wood and everything was free for the taking, and so that was used to build the original building here. And what made this place famous is this is where the dates became popularized. Russell Nichols opened Valerie Jean Dates in the 1920s, and they were the first to sell dates directly to consumers. So they had a mail order catalog, and some of the customers included people such as the King of Morocco, the Pope, movie stars. And this was a very popular stop along Highway 99. But eventually, other highways were built, Interstate 10 was built, and traffic around here started to slow down, and the date shop eventually closed. Mr. Nichols died in 1987. A lot of the stuff that is popular with dates today, such as stuffing them with coconut and putting them in boxes and making date shakes, all originated here. Now that we've seen where the date craze started, let's head to Shields and learn about the sex life of the date. Located in Indio, about 11 miles away from the former site of Valerie Jean Dates, is Shields Date Gardens. Shields was founded in 1924 by Floyd and Bess Shields, and the company moved to its current location off Highway 111 in 1953. To help promote dates, Shields created the romance and the sex life of the date, which is advertised heavily there and is shown in a theater on a loop. There is a gift shop at Shields where you can buy all sorts of things, including the standard goods you'll find at most roadside stops, such as hot sauce and souvenirs. And of course, all manner of date products. Shields also has an ice cream counter where you can get date ice cream and the Shields version of the date shake, which uses date crystals rather than fresh dates, making the shakes much sweeter than ones you'll find elsewhere. There is also a full restaurant on the premises, but since Shields is an extremely popular spot in the area, on our visit there was over an hour wait if we would have wanted to eat there. And of course, Shields also has its theater, which shows romance and the sex life of the date on a loop. Truly, one of the best date movies ever. Behind the store and restaurant, you'll find Shields' 17-acre garden, which is really nice. There's a pond with a fountain in the center, and you can stroll around the property on a nice walking trail. The trail winds through the garden as it circles the pond, and the entire way is paved and relatively flat, making for a pretty leisurely stroll. Along the trail, you'll also find 23 statues depicting the life of Jesus. These statues were donated to Shields in 2011 by a Canadian couple who are regular visitors. We were told by a Shields employee that all 23 statues were handcrafted. The walk also takes you up close and personal with some of the trees where Shields gets their dates. These trees are extremely tall, and it was pretty cool to see the ladders attached to the trees near the top. Overall, the walk through the garden is really nice, and there are plenty of shaded spots to sit and just relax. Well, that's our look at Shields Date Gardens, which is certainly worth a visit if you find yourself in the Indio area. If you're interested in seeing the sex life of the date, it is on YouTube, and I'll put a link to it in the description. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and we'll see you next week.